Arsenal 0, West Ham 1. Arsenal received their first loss in the Premier League this season at home at the Emirates. You got to feel bad for Arsenal because it kills all the hope for them to go chase Liverpool or catch Liverpool in this title race after Liverpool dropped points. They play Manchester City in the next game. Arsenal could have cut the points to 5 points only. And you have to feel bad for them for a couple of reasons, to be honest. Because of the fans, I feel bad more for the fans today. Absolutely underwhelming performance. Of course, on top of the red cards that Lewis-Skelly received, of course, in the second half after he came on when he took down Kudos when he was going one-on-one. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about what happened to Arsenal. But before we go on, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. We just need to talk about how they let Bowen go in and score the first goal for Arsenal to chase the game for over 50 minutes or even 55 minutes, including the added time of the first half and the second half. It's an absolutely underwhelming performance. I feel bad for the Arsenal fans that showed up with numbers at the Emirates today, hoping to cut the points down to 5. Is it a failure for Arteta? Is it a failure for the players? That's what I want to know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section, do you think that is failure by the players? Or is it failure by Arteta? Or were they just unlucky because they had no striker? But there are a couple of points we wanted to mention. Of course, that Arsenal today looked toothless in front of the goal, looked toothless going forward, and looked a little bit open at the back when Wan-Bissaka was going on the right side, when Bowen and Kudus had the ball. But I'm looking more towards the attack, towards how Arsenal approached this game, how Arsenal should have changed a little bit. Trossard was trying to cross. They tried to cross, if I'm not mistaken, about 25 times without even one of them being successful. Should Arsenal have changed, in my opinion, the way they approached the attack, tried to shoot more from outside the 18? One of the things that I noticed in this game, and I wanted to know your opinion on this, is that even when Odegaard had the chance to go central, he always went to go to that right side. They always tried to go with the same exact play from the side to Nwaneri, trying to take on his man. And Graham Potter and West Ham right away figured it out. They were doubling on Nwaneri like the other teams used to double on Bukayo Saka on the right side. They were doubling on Trossard on that left side of Arsenal. And Arsenal should have found a way, or should have found another way to reach the goal of West Ham. Or Iraola, in my opinion, had a very, very quiet game from a goalkeeper perspective of West Ham that should have been under pressure, Iraola. He should have had more saves. And I know a lot of Arsenal fans are going to say that we didn't have any striker, we didn't have any up top, and I agree with them. To be honest with you, I agree. It looked like Arsenal were trying to find a striker. I thought that they would cross better for Moreno, but the crosses were like long, far. Even the corners were not dangerous. And I get it. If Arsenal were crossing to Moreno and he was missing chances, if Arsenal were crossing to Declan Rice, who was making late runs to the 18 and he was missing the chances, I would say yes, Arsenal lacked a striker today. But it wasn't the case at all today. It was long crosses, over crossing the ball, not putting it on the header for Moreno. And it may be down to how West Ham were playing, but also you need to give your striker, Moreno, a chance to challenge for the ball instead of hitting your first man. How many times we have seen today Zinchenko when he came on hitting the first man? How many times we have seen even Trossard hitting the first man? And also at the same time going to the far post. It was always too long. It was always not hitting the man. There was nobody making the run. And we got to look at this and say, you should have prepared better for this game. Arsenal should have expected West Ham to be banking a 4 on top of the 4 inside the 18 of them, letting you cross the ball. And I'm putting this a little bit on Arteta and the lack of ideas outside of the box. The lack of ideas outside the box, because last game, he put in Moreno, they found the target, and it opened from there. But to be chasing the game, all of that, and keep doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for the best, is something that I'm looking at the coach and I'm saying, Mikel Arteta, you should have found a different way. You should have allowed Partey to shoot. You should have allowed Declan Rice before he goes off to shoot. Should have maybe allowed Trossard to shoot. But everything was going through the sides. And that is not what you want from a team that is chasing the game. You should have mixed it up. And he didn't. Basically, Mikel Arteta, he kept trying the same thing. Is this Arsenal season done? Is this Arsenal title chase done? Can they come back from this? In my honest opinion, even if Liverpool lose tomorrow, if I'm looking at this and I'm looking at Arsenal and I'm looking at how the team has been playing this game, I'm not sure if they're even going to go to Nottingham Forest away and get anything out of the game. Maybe a draw, maybe. Should Arsenal lose hope? No, you keep doing your thing. You keep trying. You keep trying to chase Liverpool, hoping for the best, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think even if Liverpool drop points against City, if Liverpool go to Fulham away in some weeks, I don't think that Arsenal will be able to catch them. It's a sad end of the season for Arsenal, in my opinion. It is a sad end of the season for Arsenal. Yes, the season is not ended. There's still 13 games left or 12 games left, but it's a sad ending to a season that started slow, picked up a little bit, ups and downs. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying, should Arsenal have done better in the market in the January? Yes. They absolutely let Mikel Arteta and the fans down, the Cronkies. And I'm calling them out because there was a chance of you to sign a striker. There was a chance of you to try to get someone in, especially after knowing that Havertz is out for the season. Especially, yes, Havertz was out of the season after, but you should have prepared. You have one striker because Jesus is out for the season. From January, you should have prepared better, should have brought another guy. And that goes down to the whole thing. Arsenal always do things late. It was late to bring players. It was late to always act in the transfer market. And that is the poor planning that we always talk about Arsenal. But in terms of this game, going back to the game, it is absolutely disappointing that we won't have a title race down to the wire. I don't think we're going to have a title race. Liverpool now will be galvanized tomorrow to try to even win. They play with no pressure tomorrow against a wounded City that have been slapped by Real Madrid in the midweek. And it's just, you're basically gifting Liverpool the title at this point. You're telling them, go play however you play. We aren't here to win we aren't here to win the title. We aren't here to give you, to put pressure on you. And that is just sad. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is it on the players today? Is it on the manager? I just want to know. I want to know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you're still here. I'm waiting to see what Liverpool does tomorrow. Maybe Liverpool lose the game, but also I was looking at this game. It's a game that Arsenal should have won, must have won, to be honest with you. And Skelly's red card is absolutely correct. Nobody should complain about it. It was going through on goal. Kudos. William Saliba was like 40 yards away. And we're not assuming here. People should not assume, and I want to know your opinion, that he will catch them. We know Kudos is so quick. David Raya was out of the goal. If he wasn't brought down, he could have chipped him. He could have finished it. But it was on Lewis-Skelly with no experience. I don't know why Calafiori was subbed out. There was no reason for Mikel Arteta to sub Calafiori out. I didn't see any reason. Calafiori was not doing bad. He's a danger going forward. Maybe he could have got you something. I didn't know why this sub happened, why Mikel Arteta did it. But listen, I want to know what you guys think. And hit that like button if you're still here. And just let me know, can Arsenal actually at least end the season strong? Or is it just going to be it and they should focus on the Champions League? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. And it's just sad.